Yes, good morning and welcome to P&B Morning Show. This is a Thursday edition. Now today, we are looking at two unfolding issues that strike at the heart of Nigeria's democracy. First, the standoff between former Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences, ICPC. Now, El-Rufai has chosen silence, insisting he will only speak in court. But is this a principled stand rooted in constitutional rights, or an act of political defiance in the face of investigation? At the same time, the Independent National Electoral Commission is raising alarm over internal crisis rocking political parties. Leadership squabble, flawed primaries, and endless litigation that are draining resources and distracting from election planning. If parties cannot manage their own internal democracy, how can they strengthen Nigeria's wider democratic system? So this morning we ask, are our institutions under pressure, or are our political actors simply testing the limits of the law? From courtroom silence to party infighting, the bigger question remains: is Nigeria's democracy evolving, or is it being weakened from within? Let's talk. I want to say good morning to you, and I am your host, Omike Joseph Matthew, and I'm not here alone. As always, Chidi Kenneth is here. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, OJ. A beautiful Thursday morning, I must say, and well, what a wonderful political situation we're beginning to see ourselves. Gradually the drama is becoming more interesting, taking different turns. So it's a very good one. You're looking very, very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You see, somebody opting not to talk to to an agency that is investigating him or her in Nigeria, and somehow already raising the question: is this defiance? Is this exercising your constitutional rights?
OJ, they say silence is golden.
Silence is golden.
Yeah.
But when if you go to police station, won't you answer the police?
When the police wants to arrest you, they say you have the right to remain silent
until you get to the to their office.
So probably it's respecting that clause of the law.
All right, so we'll be dwelling on that this morning. And of course, the cry of INEC. INEC is actually saying that look, political parties are making life difficult for them. So hopefully we're having our guests this morning to dissect all these issues that we have for you this morning. So we urge you to stay tuned till 9 o'clock, when, of course, we'll look at all these issues right here on Politics and Business Television. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. All you need to do is to check the right-hand side. You'll see the subscription button there. And, of course, the notification bell. Each time we come on air live like this, you will be notified. Please subscribe and let's build this channel together. So if you just check your screen now, you see all our social media handles there. Please subscribe on Facebook, follow and like our videos so that we can grow from strength to strength. All right, we'll be going for a quick break. When we return, we'll dive into the newspaper review. Do stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the morning show right here on Politics and Business Television Abuja. Let's dive into the newspaper review without wasting time, and let's see which one we have first this morning to look out for. It is the Punch newspaper. Yes, newspaper of the year, talking about the Punch. Now, the Punch carries this banner headline: State Police IG sets up panel to propose framework. IG sets up panel to propose framework. So you see the rider there. Of course, you can see the pictures of the picture of the IG and the president, and of course when he was making his inaugural speech, as it were. And so immediately after the swearing in by the president the IG went to work and
hit the ground running.
So your take on this issue of the panel the IG actually set up?
Well, I would like to approach this issue both ways. First of all, let me say congratulations to Inspector General Tunji Dusi. I think it's a well-deserved one, and I want to congratulate him personally, and also want to commend him for hitting the ground running.
Yes.
You know, the issue of the state police has been a very long time issue in the front burner. But however, some might also want to see that why is it being so hastened up this period of this political season? Is it part of the political calculations and gimmicks that will be employed for next year's 2027 election? Because the president has been talking tough on this state police issue.
It's one policy he wants to make sure that he fulfill before leaving office.
Yeah, even before 2027, and knowing fully well that the president has shown that he's fast in assenting on bills of national interest, just as we saw at the electronic transmission, the voter and
the electoral act.
The electoral act. I beg your pardon. So now it's a clear case that the
state police
has come to stay.
Has come to stay, yeah.
Yes, because now the president was fairly few weeks ago, he was hard on it. Now you see the IG. That's the first policy statement he's making as the brand new IG.
Yes.
It shows that both the president and the IG, they are working hand in hand. They are, the executive is in order. So, but some may also say, why is it why is the issue so pertinent, so important this period? Could it be that it's some of the calculations or one of the things that will be, use a strategy of elections? Because there are fears. There are already fears that some governors will also abuse it. State police is not a bad idea.
Yes, that has been the argument all this while. Yes. The fear of using it against the opposition in the state.
It's definitely, of course, if a governor can come out on national TV and tell you that having more governors makes you stand a chance of winning presidential election, and they ask him why, he said the governors pay the salaries. You should understand that's a soft threat.
Just imagine if the police is under your your purview.
Oh, Georgia, I will win you in any election. If you give me the police and
but the argument is this. The argument is that, look, the issue of insecurity has to be addressed. The issue of insecurity has to be addressed, and the fear of governors abusing that opportunity of state police against perceived opponents in their respective states should not be something that we should prioritize. Now, when we get to the bridge, we'll know how to sort it out. Or perhaps the National Assembly will look at it. Maybe there will be a clause, because if we can copy the United States of America in almost everything, but
then we should copy them in the state police.
Yes, state police. We have state police. We even have county police in the US. And we've not had the issue of, say, maybe a particular governor, abuse his office by using the police against.
OJ, in the United States, the president is not the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
But here he is.
He is.
And that is why, our former...
The president of the United States is not the commander, he's not the GCFR.
Yes, and that's why our former president, Goodluck Jonathan, said if he used just 42% of the powers vested in him, he will become a dictator. 40, not up to 50%.
Then not to talk of a president who understands the secret of how to use power. You say, OJ, these are the issues, these are the fears. I like the fact that you try to balance this issue by also letting us know the advantages of having the state police, because insecurity is local.
Of course.
It's local. And there's this thing about having ownership of every environment. The man that stays in the creeks in Delta, understands the terrain more than even any trained soldier. So insecurity is local because if you just like we saw yesterday, the picture of the boy in Kebbi State that's was supplying information. So it takes the rat inside the house to also tell the one outside that there is food. So that is how it plays out in issues that concerns insecurity. However, there are also fears that have been used to be abused, because now we have a central police where the one man speaks and the other police don't have control of the channels of police of the states.
Yes.
Yes, the governors don't have
and then one other argument again is that some states, whether we like it or not, if not because of Abuja, they are not viable economically.
Of course.
How can you pay your worker, that's the policeman, that will be your worker? So all these arguments we know.
Some states will also some states leverage from other states, the tax from other states.
From other and
you understand, and
so many issues. So we just hope that all these things will be addressed. And
however, and by extension, it also provides employment too.
Yeah, to provide employment
because a lot of people will be recruited.
Yes.
We have these resemblance of something like that in Ondo State. Is it Amoteku?
Yes, the Amoteku. Yes.
And they'll be doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I think they'll be doing their best, but we need to, they need to be gazetted. It need to be an act, just like we have in the Nigerian police. However, we also need to be careful.
Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. That's just one story we've looked at this morning. So that's a
serious story.
Yes, that's to tell you that this is a very, very serious issue that we are looking at this morning. And like you can see from the Punch, they dedicated the front page to this very interesting story. Okay. I won't die anytime soon, Obasanjo declares at 89. I won't die anytime soon, Obasanjo declares at 89. So Obasanjo is 89 years old, but that was the time he said he doesn't even know his age. But we'll say happy birthday to him.
It's not just Obasanjo, people, citizens of their, time, frame. Some of them don't really know when they were actually born. They use, probably those days, they use events. What happened when they were giving birth to.
Yes.
And that is how they have an idea of when they were born.
Yes.
I remember my father telling me that he was born when a particular festival was launched in their village and what have you. And that was when he was born. And because of that, they named him, even the name close to that festival, And then that was how he was able to navigate and, have an idea and chose for himself a particular birthday date. So,
all right. So that's Obasanjo there. We want to say happy birthday to former president there. Now, FG approves 1.2 trillion naira for Ibadan Ilesa Road orders. And one of the road is that of that of the Kata Bridge in Lagos, linking the island and the mainland. It will be demolished and all that. Some are saying, some are already raising dust. Development is going to Lagos now and all that. But I think the Kata Bridge in Lagos deserves no reconstruction as it were.
Yeah, it's very old. I think that Kata Bridge is as old as when Lagos was a colony. It's very old. It's a very old bridge, and it's very important that the bridge should be given a facelift. At least bring it up to speed in terms of modern structure. It's very important because the fear of, when you want to do the right thing, people must complain. But, sometimes it's also for your good. There are houses in Lagos that have not been renovated since the days when Lagos was a colony in 1902. In 1809,
and they are still there.
And after you keep shouting, my building is collapsing, people are dying. Guy, you need to give your house a facelift. You have to give it that facelift. So it's a welcome development.
Whichever approval that is given. At least we know that six roads were given approval.
There are cities in Nigeria
spread across the Joe.
Go to some states, you see some buildings that have been there since the days of Mike Jefferson,
Lord Lugard,
and Abarikoko and the rest of them.
Okay, so let's see the last headline there. Zamfara governor weighs defection as INEC deadline looms. Okay, Zamfara governor weighs defection as INEC deadline looms. I think this
defection.
This would surely not be a top-notch story for
And
anybody.
And INEC is already crying of internal wranglings and issues.
Yes, Okay, so let's move on to our next paper under review this morning. The Nigerian Tribune is next. IGP Diesel gets set for state police. IGP Diesel gets set for state police. Inaugurates 8-man committee on implementation. Tinubu swears him in. Lawyers set agenda for police chief. That's some of the writers there. You check out that story on page 4. Okay. FG imposes 6-year ban on new private varsities. FG imposes 6-year ban on new private varsities. So, this issue of establishing new universities and all that has been causing debate. The existing ones, invest in them so that we'll have the needed infrastructure. It's not approving private universities or public universities that is our problem. Is funding the educational system, especially our tertiary education.
The private university issue is even a threat.
A threat to our public universities.
Yes, because that is how today nobody knows anything about public primary school and secondary schools anymore. My entire children never doesn't know anything about public school. I went to public school. Local Education Authority here in Jabi. I'm a product of public school. Some of us all went to public school, and we had good teachers. In my own days, we even had Ghanaian teachers. Where is it today? The advent of public schools, private schools, has fizzled it away.
And again, ASU have been crying all this while that look, stop all these private universities to begin with are all owned by the politicians. That is why they will continue to kill
you're running speed. That is why I'm going to. You should know this is in attempt to privatize the educational system. They want to also bury the government, owned university. Those days when you write JAMB and you're admitted into Federal University or University of Benin, University of Lagos, you walk with your head high. But now you see students having 360, 17 years old, 18 years old graduating. 19 graduating, OJ. Graduating from university. I don't know how. And when they push them into the labor market, some of them don't even understand the ethics of even the profession or the course they write.
Yes.
There's no proper grooming. I don't even understand what is going on. You see a computer science student that doesn't even have a laptop.
And you call yourself a computer science graduate.
You see, what are we talking about, OJ, in our own discipline, mass comm? I have been privileged to interview a lot of them.
Yes.
They've never been to a studio. They don't know what a studio, they don't even know what a console is.
Yes.
Vox Pops, they don't even know. Midgets, they don't even know. I have one around me. He doesn't understand. And then you come out there, he says, the graduate of mass communication. He doesn't know anything that has to do with mass, how much more communication. So these are the issues, OJ. And private university is not becoming. I think the agenda, most of them, the agenda is not even to give us quality education. It's just the business aspect of it.
Yes.
The business aspect of it. There's so many private universities, OJ. You tune to the television, to the radio, you hear some names, you'll be wondering when was this one even registered?
Registered or established and all that. So
no facility, like you said, no facility. You go to some of them, the labs, there are some secondary schools even have better labs.
Yes.
And somebody will graduate here as a biological scientist.
So 6-year ban, I think is to me, it's a welcome development, honestly. But for those doing the business, they will not take it lightly. Okay, so let's move on. And 43-year-old man kills brother for shooting him in dream. This is a serious human interest story that that pigeon program.
Story time
should look into. Because the brother killed him in the dream. Oh.
This is absurd. Okay. This is absurd. These are for those who are so superficial.
I'm telling you.
Who believe in so many. Some of these people are not exposed to modern day life. So they one prophet or one man, one somebody, one deity or one babalawo or whatever, mamalawo must have told him that
for killing you spiritually, you have to do it physically.
Yes, people give interpretation to all kinds of things. That your brother must have been having plans to kill you. In the actual sense of it, in fact, your brother is your enemy. Did I not tell you? And everything will start adding up.
Yes,
to him. Probably the brother just had a quarrel with him a few days back, and then before you know, it translates into real murder. Anyway, the law will take its course.
Yeah, the law
because the law has no respect for dreams.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so up next, which one do we have under review? Let's quickly check out. The Guardian is next, and of course, the Guardian is still carrying the issue of the state police. The state police committee resumes amid framework abuse concern. Yes, I think we've raised one or two of this issue of abuse and the fear of creating.
It's everywhere, OJ. The fear is there.
Yes,
the fear is there.
Electoral Act. INEC insists on compliance as opposition jitters over mandatory e-register.
What is that? What is that? I don't understand it.
Electoral Act. INEC insists on compliance as opposition jitters over mandatory e-register. So the new Electoral Act stipulates that every political party must register their members online. So that is why you see, the parties are encouraging that come and do your e-registration. It's no longer manual registration that you write on paper and
declare figures.
And declare that you have 2 million followers as a political party and all that. Yes, but you should do that, electronically.
Documental fraud. But I have my concerns. What's INEC's business in what happens in the
No, INEC is the umpire. When they say you are the referee, you are the umpire
of the elections and the election process. But
anything on election.
But INEC should also welcome opposition and allow the people to also
I don't know if you understand.
That issues.
INEC is the umpire.
Yes.
You understand? Is the umpire. So whatever laws.
They provide the guidelines.
Yes. So whatever laws that guides them, they have to implement it. So for you to be a player in this game,
you must respect the referee.
You must respect the referee. So the law says you have to register your players before you participate in this competition. You have to register your players through electronic means. So they are not manufacture one manual register and bring.
INEC is our political FIFA.
Yes, now you are getting it. All right, so let's move on. Let's check out another paper and see which one we have for you. Vanguard. Boost for state police as IGP sets up panel on framework. All right, all of them talking about the issue of the state police. So
I see the state police materializing in the next 6 months.
It's possible. It's possible because for the IG to say they are not afraid of state police, the new IG says we are not afraid of state police. That would have been existing all this while. I'm not afraid of state police. So they've set up the committee and given the 4 weeks or so for them to implement, and we'll see how it pans out anyway. So let's move on. Let's move on with other headlines from the Vanguard this morning. FEC or FEC approves the demolition of Qatar Bridge. Okay, Qatar Bridge is in Lagos, and that is it. Then Middle East war. Spanish PM takes on Trump after threats to cut trade ties. Middle East war. Spanish PM takes on Trump after threats to cut trade ties. Why I am keeping quiet. El-Rufai. That is El-Rufai versus ICPC. It's giving. So we're going to look at this topic this morning. Tinubu proposes grid asset management firm to fix power sector. Tinubu proposes grid asset management firm to fix power sector. The issue of the power sector has been there for ages, and we hope that one day
it is becoming an omen.
Honestly,
it's becoming an omen, and the government come, government go, power still remain, power issues still remain.
Yes,
we just hope this one will be the end of it.
A celebrity was was reported as saying that that he's 24 years old now. One of Nigeria's celebrity, 48 hours ago, was saying that he's 24 years old now, that he has never used light for 24 hours ever in his life. I don't know how true that is. No matter how our situation.
So when you put it in fractions, 24 over 24, you cancel, it becomes 0.
Has never used light for 24 hours since he was born. That he cannot remember. So I wonder how true this is.
OJ, 24 years is just, was it not in the 90s? Yeah? It's even up to the 90s.
But
up to the year 2000.
It all depends where you live.
Yeah, 2009 is 26 years.
No matter how.
So 2002, 24 years, it could be correct because 2002, I was at my 300 level. I was in my 300 level, so he's correct in a way. I think he is. Because in my 300, I was in
no, you see, throughout your life, you're 24 years old in this life, living in Nigeria, you never use light for 24 hours.
OJ is very possible from 2002 till now. 2002 was just yesterday now.
Depending on where you live then.
OJ, anywhere.
There are places, no matter how terrible our life situation is, there are places that still enjoy,
no 24 hours yet. I don't know of 24 hours.
Even by mistake.
By happenstance,
even by mistake, by mistake,
by
mistake, NEPA or whatever they call themselves, have not left light for 24 hours.
No, according to my police in Port of Wala, he said that if NEPA gives you 24 light, there will not be fun. That up NEPA alone is fun. So the celebrity may be correct because 2002 is just like yesterday now. Yesterday.
It's okay. It's all right. And do we still have any paper on the review? Let's find out. CK is trying to go to concur with our young celebrity.
Yes, sir. 2024 years is just yesterday. OG.
Okay, we have this day on the review. So let's quickly check out this day. CBN boosts foreign reserves with indigenous gold as holding hits $3.5 billion. This will soar in as 23rd IGP declared state police has now come to stay. It's all good. Tinubu, Jonathan rejoice with former President Obasanjo at 89. That's good. Security forces locked down Abuja amid escalating US-Israel-Iran war. Okay, so the Israel-Iran and US war is actually
reflecting here.
Is reflecting here directly.
Fully whether the Shiites, which is also the sect that aligns themselves with the Iranian system of Islamic practices. They are already protesting everywhere.
Yes,
from the south down to the north. Yes. So to further, not to allow it to escalate beyond what it is now, there's also need for some 1 or 2 security arrangements.
All right. Okay, so we'll leave this day and move on. If we still have any, I think we're supposed to have the sports. Let's look at the sports page. Now, Sports Extra, courtesy of the Punch newspaper, carries this interesting story. Nigeria's dream of participating in the next World Cup is dashed following FIFA's confirmation that DR Congo are the legitimate country to represent one of the countries in Africa. So NFF dismisses claim Eagles World Cup hopes over. Okay, says FIFA yet to communicate federation. The drama continues. So
we'll the drama and the politics.
The politics continue. So for NFF to say this, they have their own reason for that. So let's say it pans out. But I know that by March, all this drama will come to an end.
Of course.
There are some of us who are still feeling that Nigeria wants to go to the World Cup through the back door or the back window.
No, we don't have back door in Nigeria. We have closed door meeting.
Yeah, so the issue of going to the World Cup. Anyway, good luck to NFF and the Super Eagles. So let's quickly look at another headline before we go on the break. Basa confirms Balde. Conde blows. Okay. We don't know Osime orders Gala balls. We don't owe Osime orders Gala balls. That's Galatasaray, president talking there. So many interesting story there, even from the world of boxing. Joshua undergoes rip treatment, and so many stories to check out for in the Sports Extra today. You can see it's very cheap. So go to the newsstand and pick any of the papers we've reviewed this morning for you to really enjoy your day. And it's about time now to go for a quick break. When we return, we'll look into more issues this morning on the P&B Morning Show right here. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the morning show right here on Politics and Business Television. Of course, let's quickly dive into one of the issues this morning. Now, today we're looking at two unfolding issues that strike at the heart of Nigeria's democracy. First, the standoff between former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, the ICPC. So we're examining a political and legal drama that is already stirring debates across the country. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has refused to answer questions from the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, insisting that his trial is politically motivated and that he will only speak in a court of law. El-Rufai, who was initially invited by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, before being picked by the ICPC, says he is exercising his constitutional right to remain silent on the advice of his lawyer. In a written statement to investigators, he described the probe as political prosecution and challenged the commission to present its findings before a judge rather than seek answers from him in custody. But this raises serious questions. Is this a case of accountability or political targeting? Does the right to silence threaten the rule of law, or does it complicate the fight against corruption? And what does this confrontation mean for opposition politics and Nigeria's anti-graft institutions? So, We try to unpack the legal, the political, and the constitutional implications of this unfolding saga. And joining us this morning to discuss this very important topic on the program is Ferdinand Ojilabi. He is a public affairs analyst and, of course, also, a comrade, as it were. So, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, nice having you on the program this morning.
Happy to be here.
Yes, nice to be here. And of course, Chidi is still in the studio with us.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Jolabi. I can see that you're very handsome and gentle comrade.
Let's go.
All right, gentlemen, we are still at the issue of El-Rufai again this morning. El-Rufai, exercising his legitimate constitutional right to silence, is now causing debates, and that is why he has replied ICPC, because it appears, a lot of people know him as somebody who's defiant. He has that posture of defiance and all that. But he's saying, no, it's not the issue of defiance. That is the issue of my constitutional rights. So, gentlemen, let's dive into this. So, Mr. Ferdinand, so El-Rufai, is he exercising his constitutional rights, or is being defiant to a constituted agency that is supposed to probe him?
Looking at the rule of law, he's actually exercising his constitutional rights. Most of these agents, they have their limits, and they also have their mandates. If the agent is still acting within their mandate, I think it's fine. But if the agents are acting outside the mandate of what constituted that agent, then El-Rufai is exercising his constitutional rights. So we have to look at it from that perspective.
Okay, now looking at it from that perspective, now you are invited by the police or arrested by the police. Yes. Are you not supposed to talk to the police so that they can take down your statements and whatever? For you being quiet, being silent, what does it mean? That means, because the police has the rights to investigate you, right? Yes. So in this case, the ICPC are mandated to investigate corruption case against El-Rufai. And he's not answering the investigators. That is where the argument is. And that is why it's becoming a national issue.
No, the issue that I want to answer that with what happened to me one time. I represented my company in a court. And the lawyer was asking a question that has to do with yes or no.
It's a straightforward question.
Yes,
and answer.
But my answering that question will involve me explaining. Answering that question requires explanation. I have to explain. So it now depends on the approach the ICPC are using to get what they want to get from El-Rufai. It depends on the approach. We all have, individual of us, we have our rights, our statutory rights, our constitutional rights, and our right as a value, and also our right as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I believe maybe the ICPC should try and redefine the way they are questioning or how they want to extract information from El-Rufai. If they can do that, or they should look for somebody that what his onions, so that they can get whatever from him. And if he insisted, then the best thing is for them to go to court.
They're already in court. Chidi, what do you make of Ferdinand's explanation? He appears to be aligning with El-Rufai somehow.
Yes, even me, I'm going to align as well. Because El-Rufai, whom I regard as the political star boy, because now El-Rufai is more or less the political star boy, as it were now. Whether you take it or leave it, he has been in the front burner, the front pages everywhere for the past 3 weeks, 1 month now. And who knows how long he's going to remain there. So El-Rufai is becoming more popular, and you agree with me with that, OJ. Now, looking at the issue and the question you asked. Now, when the El-Rufai is not acting under his own instruction, he's acting under the instruction of his lawyer. Remember, his lawyer said, "You don't say anything." So the El-Rufai that we know that he has spoken is now, playing another script, which is the script of his lawyer. Secondly, Mind you that whatever investigation or written investigation or whatever investigation that is being, gathered at the level of ICPC is not the law. It can also be questioned in the court of law, because even at the police station, you have the right not to even write. I've seen educated people telling the police, "Okay, I don't know how to write." And the police will respect that, because at the end of whatever you write is still not the law.
But the police need to present something.
It is still not the right. Yes, you can present, because whatever you present, you can also tell. Well, okay, let's assume you write something, and you go to court and say you were forced to do that under duress.
Under duress, it's possible.
So these are the reasons why El-Rufai is playing out like that, because right now the matter is taking different tone now. It's of serious national interest. The issue of hacking the line of whatever, and the issue of economic. So, and whether you like it or not, it is politically allegedly masterminded, OJ. Because I keep asking that question, why now?
Now, if I can come in,
allegedly,
if I can come, number one, let us separate the issue of sentiment. Let us separate the issue of sentiment. Now, if I like you, are you getting? No matter how terrible things might be, I want to propagate the positive side of you. But if I don't like you, even if your negative side is 20% and your positive side is 80%, that 20% I will so blow it up beyond proportion. So foremost, let us separate the issue of sentiment. Sentiment in the sense that what is the antecedent of El-Rufai while he was governor, while he was in Abuja as FCT, minister, and so on and so forth. Let us put that aside. Let's look at the rule of law. The rule of law states that any case whatsoever, if there's a logjam, then you proceed to the court, and there you spell out whatever. Just as I have said, the lawyer must have instructed him. But what that is most important now is the more you overflog this dead horse, it's like you are promoting the personality of El-Rufai. The more they delay this, you are promoting him. Now, in place of you promoting him, it will now overshadow the actual cause, the actual problem, the underlying issue of tapping whatsoever. It will, if you are not careful. So whatever is happening, they shouldn't deviate from that fact. If you refuse, let's go to the next line of fight. Let's go to court, and all those things will be spelled out.
Okay, now at what point does the right to remain silent, conflict with public's demand for transparency and accountability?
Now,
the public is saying that, look,
they should speak up.
Yeah, because in Kaduna we are having protests against El-Rufai, that he has to be accountable, he should be probed, and not, even last week. So now the public is saying, probe him. Now he's not talking. That is.
Let me tell you. Yes. Permit me, my guest, to say something. Yes. You understand that when a man is quiet, when he's expected to talk, I'm like that as a person. Naturally, I would like to talk, like to defend myself. But when you see me keep quiet, it can be very dangerous. And I think that is the psychological aspect of this whole thing. Silence is gold in OJ. Sometimes when people expect you to talk and you are acting otherwise, you pose more threats to the person trying to investigate you. Because everybody's wondering, why is he saying that until I get to the court? So, and that is in itself is a threat. It's going to pose a serious threat, because you don't know what is like the lizard approach. You don't know what is in his stomach. He can get to court and begin to say certain things and begin to prove certain shocks. So maybe who knows what El-Rufai has in stock to offer, and that is why he doesn't want to even start releasing his magazines, his bullets, or whatever he has at the level of the ICPC. I don't know if you understand what I'm going.
Yes.
It's also a strategy too. It's also a strategy to win your case. So,
but is this not to the detriment of the public who are asking for
no, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the day, it is the final result that makes you the hero. It's not what the public is saying. This same public you're talking about will shout Hosanna when you are.
they say crucify him.
Yes, the same people that say crucify will shout Hosanna. So it is like, okay, you don't pay too much attention by the effect of the bad wagon. You just allow it. Put your own mind. If I has a man of his own and he's playing the game, Because when you say, okay, let's meet in court. When I get in court, like the case of Shawari, Shawari came out in court, and luckily for him, according to him, they made a mistake by taking him to a well-renovated court that had a very big screen. And when he got there, he said, okay, I'm not the only one that says something against the president. So even the designate, ambassador designate, Reno Mokri.
Okay.
And the court everywhere was silent. So these are sometimes you hide your
what you have.
Yes.
That's until
your arsenals until you get. This is a strategy of winning your battle.
So is this like, okay, I'll open up talking when I get to my comfort zone. Is that what it means? Okay, the court is a place that, okay, you are protected by the law, you are more comfortable there than answering answering investigators.
You say the issue there is this.
Yes.
If El-Rufai is going down, it's not ready to go down
alone.
That's why it's reserving all those statements that we should go to court. He doesn't want to go down alone, and he's ready to play dirty. And if I would advise him, is the longer the more he prolong the evil days, the more people get suspicious of his integrity, that this man is hiding something. So at this juncture, he's not ready to go down. And as he delays, those that will be the heads that will roll, they should be conscious of the movement of most of these juggernauts, most of these political bandwagons. They should be conscious of their movement, because the moment El-Rufai is there, so many people will be involved. You remember the issue of the former CBN government? By the time I got there, another person followed. People,
heads will keep rolling.
Head will keep rolling. Malami is there, head will keep rolling. So that of El-Rufai, heads. So he's not ready. El-Rufai is not ready to go down alone. And if he's going down with certain sets of people that if you hear their name, you'll be so surprised that they could get you. But at that, what he did was a very serious crime. What must
allegedly,
have made him, yes,
has not been convicted.
Yes, allegedly. And for him to have even mentioned things like that, allegedly, I don't know what motivated him, or what gave him that guts. Because somebody of his status, you are not meant to say things in public like that.
But in the case of the ICPC, that is not what they are investigating him for at the moment. It's the issue of corruption charges.
It's just he
has an issue with DSS.
Yes.
He has a link with DSS.
It's a link. And I want to say something.
So the ICPC on is corruption issue.
Remember
the Kaduna State House of Assembly?
Yes.
Are the ones who investigated him and on the issue of the loan he received when he was governor. That is the issue he's facing ICPC.
We agree with you, OJ, that OJ, one thing leading to another.
Yes.
Do you understand me? I can just like in some international scenarios, when we see somebody who say, oh, this man is a drug baron, but beneath the drug baron issue, there are a lot of issues, the issue of dollarization. And if I want to arrest you, I can look at you and say, this is your pocket square, the red. It's too reddish. What I'm targeting is your tie.
Yes.
That it's everywhere. Now, let me go to what he just said. El-Rufai is playing a mind game. Serious mind game. He said something very key, the guest here, that this aspect of, keeping quiet and then, threatening that he's only going to speak in court, that a lot of heads is going to roll. It will interest you that those heads that wants to roll will be the one to settle the matter through the back door. Because they will, they will even start lobbying for the matter to that.
Exactly.
They'll start making calls and saying, God, this man is loaded. This man will spill the milk. Before you know, it will interest you, sir. This matter will just die.
Now, gentlemen, we
am I correct, sir?
Yes,
of course. Now, gentlemen, we all know how our courts operate. Don't you think that these tactics El-Rufai is trying to employ now will result to delay of justice? Delay of justice in the case of him answering for something he did as governor of Kaduna State.
Number one, we must believe in our justice system. Number one, we must believe in our justice system and we must trust our justice system. If that is settled, then anything that will come after that, we believe that everything is working as planned. It's not give or take. Yeah, if I'm to be probably maybe to be in issue, I want to delay because I know that my days are numbered. So I want to do everything humanly possible. Just like if you go to prison now, take for example, most of these prisoners that they allow them to roam about to cut grass is because in the next 1 or 2 weeks they'll be off the hook, they'll be freed. But those ones that you don't see them outside, you see that they're on death row or their sentence is so lengthy that maybe it's life ahead. So anybody that is having a very long, anyone that is on a death row or that is having a very long sentence, you don't bring him out to come and cut grass because the next thing is, how do I escape from here? So in the likes of El-Rufai, he knows that his days are numbered. So every arsenal he needs.
Days are numbered how? As in politically or
politically, economically, and otherwise. Politically, while he was, because the major issue now is there are certain allegations against him about certain amount of money while he was governor. Then also security-wise, what he mentioned. So it's and when you talk of politics, political power is the most powerful, which followed by all other economic or whatever power. So when you talk of somebody is having a political issue or his political image is being dented, it goes a long way to scatter everything. So when I say political, it means that it goes a long way. That everything that is built around the El-Rufai is pertaining to what is political image that he has built right from time. Now that thing is crumbling, you don't want to go down easy. You want to make sure you want to announce every form of arsenal to defend himself or to make sure he's escaped, or if at all it's going to go down, it's not going to go down. So the issue at hand now is that give or take, I don't know if he's going to be exonerated from all those charges, but whichever way, he's doing everything possible to make sure. And I can bet you his lawyers, the lawyer that are standing, they are not one, they are not two, they are much. And they too will be brainstorming to make sure that this case,
Okay, so, now, the gentlemen, I still want to add this as we try to wrap up. What precedent does this case set for other former governors answering corruption charges? Don't you think that they'll toe the line of El-Rufai and say, okay, I think El-Rufai has taught us how to answer these people. Let's meet in court. Let's meet in court. We'll now be frustrating in the investigators. You understand? Frustrating EFCC, frustrating ICPC. That is where the argument.
Before I answer you that question, they say he that comes to equity must come with clean hands. El-Rufai, there's a saying in my place that a particular man will go to the marketplace and dance and he'll get a gift. The next person will go there and get flogged.
Yes.
El-Rufai is El-Rufai. Other governors are other governors. El-Rufai, first of all, you must understand the individual.
Yes.
The strength of the individual.
Yes.
El-Rufai is about one of the most intelligent man we have in this country. You should give it to him.
Yes.
I stand to be corrected. Quote me anywhere. Very intelligent. El-Rufai seems to be the next movement in the north, allegedly, after the death of Buhari, in terms of personality strength, followership. So if you look at that, his clouds. Somebody that was in the airport and people were ready to die just to protect him. So, he knows who he is. I was privileged to see when he was being invited at the EFCC. I went there myself as a journalist to see. I was there at his residence at Aso Drive. The convoy was uncountable.
Yeah, even at that, you can buy crowd now. We know we know politicians buy crowd.
Well, we know, come looking at
now before he went to the FCC that day, who knows whether those crowds were mobilized to show some support.
OJ, let me tell you something. El-Rufai comes from a particular place of the country where people follow their leaders. Well, you're saying this because maybe like where I come from, we don't follow our leaders. Where I come from, nobody come and tell me, follow me to EFCC. As what? What are you? But where he comes from, am I correct, sir?
Yes.
Where he comes from, their leaders, there is so much solidarity when they touch anybody that they love. And they follow blindly and sheepishly. That is the truth, whether the person is right or wrong. So he enjoys those things. And you must understand the person, like I said, is intelligent. However, having said that, that doesn't mean the governors will not want to learn. But sometimes, like I said, you don't know you don't know the result you will get when you go to dance in the marketplace.
So now, the issue of the precedent.
Yes, what you see, there are peculiarities, just as he said. There are peculiarities, also there are personalities. You have to look at those things very well. If you're a governor and you feel that, okay, El-Rufai did it and you want to do it, don't be surprised that the table will turn against you. Now, also extracting information from El-Rufai, there are so many ways. If it is in the Western world, there are so many things they will do. They will get their information without
even squeezing him.
Without squeezing him. They will get their information. He will just be divulging it.
He will be watching it.
He will say it. He will give what. Probably the ICPC, they don't want to follow that, which we all know.
Or pushing too much.
No, it's not the issue of pushing. There are ways they go about it. They will get their information. The US, the Americans, they do it and they get that information. So talking about the precedents, it's not a good one. But notwithstanding, it is a signal to the public office holders, accountability to the people, accountability to the government, also accountability to the godfathers, and accountability to your own family members. And so you see, I kept telling people, if you're a governor, the first thing that you are loyal to is the party that brought you in. The second thing is the godfathers that sponsored you. The third thing,
before the people,
your family.
Then before the people.
Then the people. Quote me anywhere. These are it works. We saw some people that did it, they never returned. They did it, they didn't return. So it has been, that has been the structure. Either you like it or yes, you can't do away with it. Those are, so, as a governor, you must control this thing. Most especially the people that voted you in. You must control it. We've seen a primary whereby A win, they gave it to B. B win, they gave it to A.
Fourth position becoming first position.
So we've seen it. So it is now left for us to look in between the line. Let's do the calculation and let's do the right thing. The precedence is not good. So we are appealing to public office holders. Be conscious of the people that voted you in is very, very important. The money that is given, the contract whatsoever, make sure that it gets to the grassroots. It's very, very important. If you are looking at what that is happening, by now, Nigerians were supposed to have gone beyond this. We're supposed to develop beyond this. We're supposed to have gone beyond the issue of stealing ballot vote. We're supposed to have gone beyond the issue of corruption. We're supposed to have gone beyond that because all other countries, all other countries that are talking of nuclear warhead, they are talking of getting energy from nuclear fission and nuclear fission. They are talking of enlarging they are even putting their solar on the sea. But we are still talking about the issue of corruption. We are still talking about
transmission.
Yes, by now we're supposed to one of the African countries, they use 3 days or 1 week to do the election, and there was no itch. We have so many countries that by the time you want to vote, it's not the issue of you just go to as if you are transacting at the ATM and you cast your vote and you move. We have the NIN, we have the this other BBN, all these things, these are indicators of the fact that we are going to a level whereby we can do whatever we want to do to get details, to get that data without, itch or without making your neighbors uncomfortable. So we have gotten to a period whereby corruption is supposed to have been a thing of the past. If at all it's here to be a thing of the past, the percentage to be what should have nosedived to be very, very minimal. And the developmental progress should be what? Should be skyrocketing. We have all it takes. We have the resources. We have the manpower. We have the intellectual capacity. We have the value. We have the status. We have everything. But what is happening? What are we embezzling? Where are you taking it to? What do you want to use it for? What are you going to get out from it?
I wanted to ask him a question. I don't know if I will.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, my gentleman here, my wonderful guest. You have done a good job, but I want to ask you one question. Now, do you see the issue between El-Rufai and Ribado as a very sensitive one? Because looking at the office of the NSA, either way, if it is proven true that what El-Rufai is saying happened,
allegation against
yes, if it is proven true, the NSA also, this office is questionable. If also proven not true or whatever, don't you see that the matter is very sensitive, a very sensitive one? For coming out publicly to say that the phone line of such a highly placed security personnel was hacked. And don't you see that either way the matter is even very sensitive?
Yeah. You see, there are informations that El-Rufai has that Ribado do not have. And also there's some information that two of them they share.
As friends.
As friends. You see, I think there's an atom of truth in what is happening. And that is why El-Rufai has insisted that he wants to go to what? To court. ICPC, they don't want it to spill over to that extent. See, there are so many things that we don't know. And what we don't know is far, far more than what we know. And there are some things that are not meant for the public consumption. What you have asked now, I will strongly advise that they go into their hidings, or they go into their caucus and resolve it as much as possible.
Quietly.
There are some things that we feel that, they must do this. That information, if you hear it, you can...
And El-Rufai has the ability tendency to split.
Yes!
So you guys are suggesting that this thing should not go to court as El-Rufai?
No, El-Rufai is already in court.
No,
he's already in court.
Yes.
He's already in court. What I'm just trying to say that the institutions that are responsible, they should be very, very careful to manage
the situation.
They must manage it.
So in this case now, because we need to wrap up this segment now, is this politically motivated kind of trial? Because that is what El-Rufai is alleging. Do you see that way, or it is legitimate? Because it is the State House of Assembly that's raised the matter. The Kaduna State government are also interested in the matter, and you understand, so many other people, vested interests, are interested in this matter. But he is saying it's politically motivated.
So the issue there is this: they say that okay, a meat was stolen in the pot, and they saw a stain of palm oil in your hand, and you say no, I didn't get to the pot. How do you wash yourself clean from that? They must have seen all those things that are out
some traces or
some traces. That's why they have come out and say that they should check this side or whatsoever. So it's not it's not the issue of being politically motivated. It's your antecedent. Did you do it or not? If you say no, there are some people that were there as witnesses that they saw what you did. And those people, probably they were not well settled, or those people probably they were exonerated from where during the sharing formula.
And perhaps may testify against you in the
yes, and they said that no problem, let's see how it's going to. And at the end of the day, when the time came, they came out and said, sir, this person should be held liable or should be held responsible. Well, this was what he did, X, Y, and Z. So it's not the issue of politically, because most politicians, if this thing comes out, they'll tell, it is politically motivated. The question is your antecedent. Didn't you participated?
Did you commit it or not?
You commit it, yes. These are the things.
That's why I said either must come to equity.
You come with cleaner. So it's not the issue of you want to confine the whole thing that is it's not issue of
political witch hunt.
Yes, or blackmailing. It's the issue of corruption. Are you guessing? It's the issue of corruption, and it should be dealt with that. With the issue of political, it's not. They should leave it aside.
But if I may ask you, my brother,
yes,
we have. In fact, I stumbled into a list. I think I was listening to it on radio. Over 100 top politicians serving currently now, allegedly. Their names on the corruption list of the EFCC, and they are still serving. So if you say that it is not politically motivated, what else do we call it? I don't know, because we also have the political leader coming out openly sometimes to say, when you join a particular political party, your sins are forgiven. So you are laughing, but I don't want to. So what do you make of all these things? Because
I'll answer that.
We have people who are now currently ambassador designate, and their names are in the EFCC net of one that alleged for this and that. So, and what do you have to say?
If I want to come in from the statement of the past president of blessed memory, President Shehu
Yaradua.
Yar'Adua. He stated, and I quote, that the political system brought in him was a corrupt system.
Was mad.
Was mad. He said
Rigging.
that. And for him to have come out to say that, it increased his level of transparency and sincerity. And they say, well, okay, for you to have said that, let's give you the benefit of doubt and let's see how it goes. So from what you have said, most people, let me tell you, those that want to embezzle, those that are waiting to embezzle, they are more than those that are embezzling now. Why? Because you make politics to be so attractive.
Those that are waiting to embezzle.
They are more than those that are embezzling now. Nigeria have made politics to be so attractive for people. There are some places politics is like political post is just part-time, it's side also. After it must have engaged you, the moment you finish, you go back to where you are coming from. But now politics has become what? It has become a career.
A career.
Politics is not meant to be a career. Politics is something that you are called to serve. Come and contribute your quota intellectually and otherwise. Then after you finish, you go back. But now they have made it a career. Most people that are in government, how many of us are really clean when it comes to how many of us are clean? So that's the issue. You cannot, anybody, if you, okay, anybody, someone, any of them should come up and say that, okay, or X, Y, and Z that I've acquired it legitimately, X, Y, and Z.
Through my hard-earned money.
Yes. So it's because, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. The government have made politics to be so attractive for people to come in. We believe that once you get to politics, there are free money. But politics should be vested on intellectual capacity. Politics should be vested on your what? On your antecedent. Politics of the day should be vested on your capacity to, to create something out of nothing. It should be vested on living something better than how you left it. That is how I believe that we should be thinking, and we should contour it. There should be a structure that guides an individual politician to do the right thing. Take, for example, if maybe I happen to be in a political position and my predecessor was not proved, or I get to a particular political seat and I was meant to probe my predecessor and it was not proved. The moment that is done, I'm indirectly telling the institution that by the time I finish, please don't probe me. It happened at the time of Obasanjo, Awolowo, Shagari. Obasanjo said he's going to probe the military. Shagari said, oh, go, your sins are forgiven. And at the end of the day, we knew who became the president in 1979 to 1980. So that's just the issue. By the time a sitting governor or a particular political post, by the time the predecessor is leaving, then you that are coming in, you are meant to probe that seat.
To see if whatever they did was
clean. By the time you probe it, you are telling them, I'm probing this person so that I'm here to be transparent. By the time I'm leaving, you have the right to probe me. But look at, right from time, that those things, the issue of probing and, auditing, all those things, it has not, in fact, they've erased it.
All right. Gentlemen, we just have to move on. And the issue of, if we want to discuss the issue of corruption in Nigeria, I don't think the whole
I don't think the election will come and pass.
All right. So we just have to go and let's quickly, move on. We're going for a quick break. When we return, I will dive into another burning issue right here. So please don't touch your TV set. We'll be back very soon. All right, welcome back. This is the P&B Morning Show on Politics and Business Television, originating live from Abuja. Now, we now turn our focus to a warning that could shape the future of Nigeria's democracy. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Ejua Shamupetu, has raised serious concerns about what he describes as unnecessary litigation and deepening leadership crisis within political parties. Now, issues that are costing the nation billions of naira and distracting INEC from its core mandate of election planning. Now, speaking at a technical workshop in partnership with the Westminster Foundation for Democracy in Akwa Ibom State, the INEC chairman lamented that political parties meant to be vehicles for national transformation are increasingly becoming theaters of infighting, court battles, and internal power struggles. Now, according to him, every day spent defending avoidable intra-party dispute in court is a day lost in preparing for credible elections, especially as the country approaches another critical primary season. So this morning we ask, are Nigeria's political parties undermining democracy from within? Has politics become excessively judicialized? And as electoral regulations undergo review ahead of 2026, can internal party reforms restore discipline, transparency, and true democratic culture? So this is more than the party problem. It is a national democratic test. So we are now looking at the warning and the concerns of INEC over internal party squabble. So this morning, I'm still joined by, of course, Ferdinand Ojilabi, the public affairs analyst, and Chidi is also still in the studio. So, gentlemen, welcome again.
Thank you very much.
We are still discussing how our democracy will be strengthened. And this time around, the INEC chairman has raised concern that, look, these politicians are making life difficult for INEC, making life difficult for us. He's saying that the politicians spend more time in court
than campaigning,
than making the institution, stronger, making the platform that brought them to power stronger. Just today, when we're reviewing the newspaper, review during that segment, Zamfara State Governor is thinking of the campaign because of infighting in his party. And this is what the INEC chairman is saying, that this is distracting INEC. Because at the end of the day, they'll conduct the election, they'll end up in court. So, what is the way forward?
Thank you very much. I would like to start by saying, appreciating the effort of the INEC chairman. Now, if you look at it very well, it's a reflection of transparency. It's a reflection of transparency and accountability. Why did I say that? If the INEC chairman or the INEC as an institution is has a cleavage or is supporting a particular party, he will just be quiet till the period of election, and he will conduct his election and he will go, or he will go by the result. But for the fact that he's a very good and transparent umpire, is making it categorically clear that the registered political parties, they are not doing the right thing as regards the revised timetable and regulation of the INEC. Now, I also want to come in by bringing out the issue of conflict. We have intra-conflict and inter-conflict. Politics is inter-conflict, which is very easy to resolve. But the moment there's an intra-conflict, that is conflict within a party,
within the party,
it becomes a problem.
Now the PDP own is there.
Yes, it becomes a problem. And that problem might take toll on the outcome of the subsequent election that such party will be getting involved. But what I want to say is this: the timetable is out. Formally, the presidential election is to be 20th of February, 2027. But they brought it to 16th of January, while the other one is 6th of February. That's governorship. Now, it's not left for the individual party to come together. They should share their sword, resolve whatever internal rancor, and chart a common front, and bring out your own schedule on how to campaign and how to win the election.
Is it as easy as you are putting it?
So yes, I remember 1964. Is it 64 65? The election that the NCNC they boycotted. Internal crisis. They boycotted. At the end of the day, the party, the Tafawa Balewa party, either you boycott or not, you are going ahead with the election. They went ahead with the election and he returned. That's why the fact they were, they will call you, Mr. Man, resolve your issue, resolve your differences. Are you getting? But the INEC chairman has been so patriotic to the extent that he came out and started saying that this thing is disturbing. It's disturbing my, my structure. So it is left for the parties that are involved. People should come together. The target is you want to win that. You want to win as much seat in the Senate, as much seat in the House of Rep. You want to win your gubernatorial or seat, and as well as presidential. So you share all those things and let's chart a common front. I believe that is why the issue of ideology will have to come in. And every party is built on ideology, and the ideology has been the core value of a party. There must be an ideology. It's not that because I'm not getting what I want, I move to this party. No, there must be an ideology.
The problem is that I'll come back to it actually. The problem is that some of these intra-party crises, some of the politicians there who are fighting each other within the same party who refuse leaving until when they crumble the house before they now start thinking of jumping ship and all that. That is a big issue. Now the PDP crisis, for instance, up to today, you say you have Wiki faction, you have this other faction, they are in court, which executive committee is legitimate, not legitimate, and these are issues. So at the end of the day, INEC is saying that they don't even know who to do business with.
No, the issue there is why was the party initiated or formed in the first place? There are reasons why party are formed. There are targets, there are core value, there are vision, there are mission for each party. Those are the things that will spell out where we are going. A party without a vision will have vision. All of them should come together. Why did we form this party in the first place? That is there must be something that is giving us the direction to where we are going. If there's any rancor within a party, we are all matured enough. Most of them, they are not politicians of yesteryears. They are politicians of yesteryears. You've gotten involved in this thing. Things like this has happened in the future. There are ways you went about it and you resolve it. Apply the same thing and resolve your conflict. Because as far as INEC is concerned, they reviewed the timetable so that it could accommodate all those excesses. They've reviewed it. It's not left for us. INEC is, and that timetable that INEC has reviewed, they are going to enforce it. In as much as INEC are going to enforce that, we must come to our senses, we must come to ourselves and resolve the crisis. Our target is we want as much Senate representative, we want as much House of Rep representative, we want as much gubernatorial seat, we want even the presidency. So by us going by this route, we will not get to where we are going. The best bet is let's forget our differences.
Okay.
After the whole thing, you can now visit it.
All right. So Chidi, should political parties face stricter sanctions for internal crises that disrupt electoral timelines?
OJ, I think before I answer your question, let me also build my foundation. Because you see, when we talk about these things, sometimes we toy with our emotional intelligence. What is the cost of all these things? Let me start with the political parties first. We don't have internal democracy and political discipline as a people. There's no political discipline and democracy. And that's why some people, move from one political party to others because they've been promised, all kinds of juicy positions.
And when they don't get it,
yes. As I'm talking to
they
you,
cause trouble and then
yes,
later leave.
As I'm talking to you, ADC is already ambushing APC, because after the primaries, a lot of people defect back to ADC or back to PDP when they don't get what they want. There's no political discipline. Political prostitution and harlotry going on everywhere because we are not even disciplined politically. We don't even have internal democracy and principles. You go to other countries, you see we have the Democrats, we have the Republicans, and it has been going on for years like that, holding on to their principles and internal democracies and what they stand for. We don't have it here. It's all about what we are going to grab. And when you don't grab, you scatter. That's the kind of politics we are playing here.
You remain to scatter.
You remain to scatter. After scattering, you move.
You see, even living peacefully, you won't have crisis now. Because if you think, okay, I no longer believe in this organization, you live peacefully. But this one, they will remain.
The sit-tight syndrome.
Yes, they will remain in the party and say the party belongs to us. When they scatter it, then tomorrow
I don't know the magic this current government is doing, but everybody is defecting. There must be something.
No, the defection is even good as far as I'm concerned. You are defecting so that then peace will now reign in the other party. I don't know if you understand.
It will interest you to know that excuse me, if you just understand politics, OJ. I can come into your house and plant a fight because I want to disarm you. These are the games we play in Nigerian politics. Whether you like it or not, all political parties have spy amongst each other.
Yes.
They plan. Look, when you see all this election, like the last Abuja election, Amak election, I finished. Some of those contestants were paid and sponsored by other political parties just to deplete your numbers, to make the exercise look competitive. I don't know if where I'm going to.
So that has been right.
So this is political game, OJ. I can come to your party, OJ party, and I will plant one or two people to come and create a rivalry, chairmanship and the rest of them, and say and the same person will come out and say, you see, the parties they are not together, they are scattered. I am the one planting that fight. It's all political. Now let me go to INEC. INEC should stop. I don't envy the INEC chairman. I don't envy him at all. But this should serve as a deterrent to him. Because what is bringing about court litigation is bad electoral process. Rigging. In fact, the Nigerian courts today declare more results than even INEC.
Just rigging.
Let's even
look at it. No, I know. Because the issue the INEC chairman is raising is that, look, the problem is that these people go to court on unnecessary things.
That's within the party.
Within the party.
Not between.
Faction here, faction there, within the party. And that is sometimes that is what even leads to...
Yes, I'm going there.
Yeah, okay.
INEC also conducts internal party primaries.
And before they recognize one and say...
You understand me? So allow me to land. I know what I'm saying. INEC should strengthen the process and make it transparent. These are conflict of emotional bickerings and interests. OJ. I always tell people that we play down on the psychological aspect of so many things, and that is the base and foundation of so many problems. This is what we call Cold War. OJ, when you in a particular state, when a particular tribe is producing governor, the other tribe will never feel belonged, and development will be stored in that state. I will not be loyal. Loyalty can be motivated. These are the issues we have in all these things. And so I want to appeal to INEC. Like I said, the courts seems to be producing more results more than the INEC, allegedly. Because when people feel like...
No, it is fact. I don't think this is allegedly. It is fact.
Well,
it is fact that, after general elections, aggrieved...
were you not there at the last Abuja polls? 3 days to election, Buhari Area Council political party produced a candidate. We saw it in another party again. The vice chairmanship candidate, the woman was removed and the man was replaced. Just barely 1 week.
By the court.
By the courts. What went wrong? Let's tighten the process.
And this is what is causing the
litigation
internal problem.
The internal problem.
What may I still say?
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I'm getting what
it's causing the internal problems.
What may I still say? There's an adage that a wall that has crack will pave way for a lizard to come in. A wall that has crack will pave way for a lizard to enter. I still want to bring it back to the political parties themselves. They should talk to themselves.
Have principles.
Yes, there should be ideology. There should be value for the party you belong, and there should be target and vision. Now, if you want to move, you move. But if you are moving, don't move and scatter where you are coming from. Don't move and scatter where you are coming from, so that you'll be cordially and formally accepted in where you are going. The party should talk to themselves. They should. I kept saying it. We've gotten to a level whereby the issue of snatching ballot box during time of primaries, you begin to bring in talks. We've transcended that. We've transcended that. We should be talking of a very good ideology that will help us in this country. If you are talking of Nigeria, the most populous, the richest. Nigeria is the most populous in Africa. Nigeria is the most richest in Africa. Algeria is the biggest, and so on. But the two positions that we are holding is very primary, and we should stand by that. We should stand by the political parties that are having issues. Just as I said, they will want to have issues because we'll make politics to be too attractive.
That's another one.
Yes, we'll make politics to be too attractive.
It's not
and everybody that's everybody that's going to politics is not to go there to and provide electricity. No. Is to go there for flamboyancy.
Now, gentlemen, having said all this, for us to profile solution, like you are trying to profile solution, it is also good for us to look at the root cause. Can we say that all these problems emanate from primary elections that this party conducts? Is that why we're having all these intra-party problems? Because they're imposing a candidate wins
you're not far from the truth. You don't even need to paint it to make it look. It is as straightforward as you're saying it. I said it before here. I said,
if I'm to add,
yes,
the issue is bankrolling election. Is bankrolling election
within the party.
Yes, I know you monitor
money.
The biggest pockets.
Yes, that's just it. I have money, I want to sponsor him, but he's not entitled. I will go to
because of interest. We want to insist.
I want to sponsor him, but he's not entitled. I'll go to the shadow party in that party. I'll go and meet them. Your value. Every man has value. Every man has forget every man has value. By the time you settle them, they will bring him in. But the person that is intellectually and politically viable he will feel cheated.
And then go to court.
You go to court.
Oh, that is where we're having the issue.
Now, the funniest thing is that person has much supporters within the party. But he has the money and the bag wagons within the party. Probably the kingmakers, they are behind him. But the other person, the youth, the market women and other people, they are behind him. Before you know it, there are conflicts of interest, conflict of destination, conflict of ideology. By the time before you call Jack Robinson, the time to the actual election. The other one, like during the time of when Michael Angu became the first tenor of Michael Angu, APC was having serious issue.
They're referring to the AMAC election.
Yes, APC was having serious issue. The case was actually in court. It was some days to the election. That's when they now brought out the judgment of whom that's intra-party of who is to represent the party as far as that seat is concerned. Now, tell me, 3 days to the election, what campaign are you going to make?
It happened even recently.
So what campaign are you going to make? Who are you going to convince? And what structure do you want to put in? So that's just it. So that's just the issue. It is just the issue of bandwagon, and most of the crisis in the party because it's traceable to the kingmakers. It's traceable to the kingmakers.
But sorry to cut you. What
Yes.
you are even saying is even it sounds even more palatable politically. Let me, I don't like when we try to stomach the real thing, make it look nice. Let's say the way it is, OJ. Political parties primaries. Few days to the primary election, you will see another list of delegates.
Yes.
All those things are factors.
Yes.
It's a major factor now.
Yes.
Some delegates will be lodged in a particular hotel. And waiting to vote. The next thing you see names missing.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
And these things are being accredited and licensed by the same INEC. INEC has the power to screen all these things, certify who is going to be a delegate, and you have been confirmed a delegate. Only for you to come to the voting ground, you see another list.
Another list.
Who produced that list? And you will see the list with all the necessary stamp and signatures.
So what you are now saying is that even INEC has a role to play here.
INEC is not has a role. INEC is the father of an omega.
INEC has a role, but not as much as the party itself.
No, sir. I want to argue with you.
See, not as much as the party.
I disagree with you. Let me tell you why I disagree with you. INEC is the referee. The referee is more powerful than the player.
But the referee is meant to be neutral. Whatever you give.
No, the referee interprets the rules of the game.
Yes.
And sticks to it. Red card is red card. Yellow card is yellow card.
But
the way you are giving somebody, even in Champions League, there was a particular time, a particular club, a player was brought down outside the 18-yard box. I was it a year Chelsea was Atletico Madrid, and the referee blew penalty. Come on, these are the same.
But the issue there is in a team. If I want to change my team member, a player, all I need to say, please, I want to change you.
I think
the referee will be there. Just change that.
But if you change,
this analogy you guys are painting now.
Yes.
The issue of the delegates now.
Yes.
So if INEC did not sanction the new list, the alleged new list of delegates, you understand, the election cannot go on.
Exactly.
The primary, because that is where the issue always
some of the issues.
So after the primaries, the next thing, the aggrieved individuals within the party will now
head to the court.
Instead of them maybe the campaigners will say no, that we own this party. We suffered for this party. Now these new people, these ones are just new into the party.
We have seen situations in this country where a particular primary was holding here, another one is holding. And guess what? Both of them is always there. And both of them will claim that they have the presence of INEC there. So INEC should say no. I will not attend this one. This, as far as we are concerned,
the best bet is just to cancel that.
Exactly.
No, the same party. See, these people also know the game. They know how to go to court to force INEC to come to primary.
And that's another problem. Even the court too should also help us.
Okay.
Court injunction for sale, allegedly. Yes. I've heard I got a court interlocutory injunction from Kano High Court. The other one said I got one from Port Harcourt High Court. People shopping for court orders everywhere. And they keep granting it. And this one will say, no, I want to vacate your stay of execution. This one say, I vacate your this. This one say, this legal drama and judicial rascality, allegedly. We also see these things also not helping matters. So there's a lot of issues contributing to this whole internal wrangling, and that is not deepening our democracy. And at the end of the day, it affects us in the kind of leaders we produce. That is why sometimes, I told you something, AJ, I said, when you see a result pronounced and the atmosphere is quiet, it's a sign that you didn't give the people the leader they want.
You see, some people...
Am I correct, sir?
Yeah, of course.
The way you... Look at... I want...
See.
I want to give
let me come in.
A case study of... Sorry, sir. Let me round it. A case study of Abia State. I still want to read Alex Oti, His Excellency. The day he was declared governor, Augusta, for 2 weeks, there was party in Abia State. Joy. That you don't need anybody to tell you that they actually gave us
what we want.
The choice of the people. LJ in many states today, once they declare governor or anybody winner, it will look as if there's, what they call it, is it burial ceremony going on? It is not, you don't need the rocket science. You don't need anybody to tell you that you didn't give a report of people.
It's relatable. Leaders are the product of the society. Either we like it or yes. The leaders are the product of the society.
True.
What you can't give, you are demanding. You are an hypocrite. All this boils down to our individual self. All this boils down to, most of the time we talk of you accusing people here and there. Ordinary traffic, most of us don't obey.
As little as that.
As little as traffic.
We are going to church and we break traffic.
Most of us don't obey. And we want a transparent leadership. Yes, actually, a lot of people is our right. But the leaders are the product of the society. You bring about 10 criminals and you choose a leader out of them. You want that leader to be in jail. It's not possible. It's not possible.
10 criminals of the same society.
Yes, it's not. So what I'm trying to say is, we as a patriotic citizen, we should look inward. If you are talking of change, why can't it start from you?
Change begins with you.
You are talking of change. OJ, it's you now. So what of you yourself?
Are you saying that now that INEC is asking for change, you should start from INEC?
Yes.
See, INEC has given its timetable.
Yes.
They have also revised their timetable. It's a reflection of the fact that at least they've shifted. The political parties too, they should talk to themselves.
No, but see, we are still saying the same thing.
They are all interwoven.
The primary is about to start, and that is why the INEC chairman, Josh Amukwetun, is now crying because this is the primary season, and that is where the issue is. You understand?
Yes.
So we may be having parallel parties. One is going on in Wuse, and the other one is going on in somewhere in Maitama, and INEC will attend all. So at the end of the day, we don't even know which one is legitimate.
Let them not attend.
No.
Let them not even attend all.
What is the way forward? They should not attend all.
They should not attend all.
No, the issue there is this: any party that is having such kind of rancor should be dissolved, or should be stilled,
or should be halted.
Should be, yes. That's. I think we should start. We should start taking that disciplinary action. So now, any party that cannot resolve their internal rancor before that day, that party should be stalled. They should be stopped. They should be. They should withdraw their license, and the INEC should refuse to recognize that party. Because when you are talking of politics, you are talking of the population of your country, not an individual greed or whatever. Politics is all about synergy. Politics is diplomacy. Diplomacy is not the issue of raising glove or fighting. It's all about diplomacy. Election is when you are talking of, it's a game of number. Politics is all about diplomacy. You are bringing in people, you are removing people so that you can have a very good and standard party. And if you refuse to have that before the stipulated time, INEC should withdraw the license or should suspend the license of that party, and that party should be suspended pending where they're able to get themselves. And if they refuse to get themselves before a particular time before the election, so be it. And they'll get, because they are holding the entire country to ransom. And that should be stopped forthwith.
And the role of the judiciary, like you raised earlier.
Yes, now
this scenario I painted will come up, and then one of them will now go to court.
Yes.
One of them will go to court to compel INEC to recognize them.
That is what I said allegedly. So, that's what I mentioned.
You understand? So
shopping for
the court to have
injunctions allegedly. Yes. In fact, the three of them.
But even at that,
the INEC,
1,
political parties,
2,
judiciary,
3.
But even at that,
yes.
INEC have its mandate. INEC have its mandate, and it also have its mandate. That's what I'm saying. And everything should be within the mandate of the INEC. But what I'm saying should be at the advantage of the populace. No political party have the right to hold an entire country to ransom. We should start doing something. We should start, doing something differently. It's the issue of a party having rancor within themselves. This one is having primaries here. This one is having primaries
and being supervised by the same INEC.
We should stop. Any party that is not coordinated, INEC should, remove or
suspend them.
Or suspend them. It's
depending on when they resolve that matter.
If they are even if they are to go to court, there are ways to go about it. Because this thing is, we are looking at political party as an individual thing. Though under the law, it's an individual because it can be sued.
I think
a company can be sued. But let's start looking at political party as a structure and as an institution that is representing the people, the populace.
Let me paint it in a particular way. This institution should be strengthened and truly independent.
Yes.
INEC is not truly independent, allegedly, sir. INEC still go cap in hand.
No, it's
no. INEC still go cap in hand. He who blows the pipe, what?
Who the piper?
Thank you very much. Is INEC truly independent?
It's independent. If it's not independent, it will have come out to say that these people that are giving them issue, they should resolve them. I said that initial that when I said that initial that I gave it to INEC. For INEC to have come out to say that these people should put their houses in order. They should put their houses in order before the election. It means that it meant for a coalition of those parties. I want to
argue with you the issue of independence because Ogasa. Now, when you need money, whether you like it or not, money, who gives you money has influence over you.
Don't worry, I think this one will be another topic.
What gives you money, influence over you.
All right. Where do you expect INEC to get the money?
Gentlemen, we have to go.
They should make INEC they should create INEC in such a way that they can generate their own revenue.
Maybe we'll give them a oil well.
There are policies that can be laid down and
they will generate their money.
Yes, they can be truly independent.
We have to go, and I must thank you. Thank you guys for trying to look at how we can sort out this issue. I know we've not really dwelled on this thing holistically.
It will take 24 hours.
But at least to a large extent, we have done our best, and all we are asking for is how to strengthen our democracy. The next election is coming up. We don't want internal rancor. We want parties that will stand and produce candidates, and Nigerians will choose which party they want to vote for, and so
remain there.
There. So thank you for coming, Ferdinand Jelabi. Thank you very, very much for coming. And Chidi, thank you very, very much as always.
Thank you
for spicing up the show.
Thank you very much. You just touched me where I
Thank you so much. We just have to go now, but before we go, special thanks to the boys behind the scene pressing the necessary button, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, our YouTube channel. Yes, it is at Politics&BusinessTV.English. Yes, Politics&BusinessTV.English on YouTube, and all our social media handles are P&B TV_English. So thank you very much. I'm Omike Joseph Matthew. See you tomorrow when we'll be here again with another interesting national burning issues. God bless you. Bye-bye.